I'm like 5 days late and the whole weekend over, but I'm here. It's hard to go live because of my schedule. Sometimes I'm being a lot of times I'm just tired and just don't feel like it. Plus, it has been very, 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 very busy and active on here and like the other sectors. Um, and yes, all this racket you're hearing is me driving to work late because my baby is not feeling well, and I had to make that call. So I just told her I'd get her together because I have to give her like medicines and different things and make sure it's working. Um, cause she just don't be having it. Like if I don't do that, if I would have left, she'd be calling me all day. So I made sure she got all her stuff before I left. Definitely wasn't about to take her to school. 'Cause her school plays no games. Like, and they was like this before the C word, before the bids. They still like, I'm late as usual. I'm always late. I tell people that all the time. But today I finalized my interview at a major hospital here in the city. Since I moved, yes, because I did move. I realized that more than ever now, I really do need a job that fits the schedule for my daughters, especially my little one. Um, so that's what I've been doing. The school job was cool, but they were so wishy washy. Um, and they agreed to something that I told them in the beginning of me getting hired, and they turned around and switched the game up on me, and then made it seem as if that wasn't the agreement. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna gracefully bow out of this and work my little temp jobs and then look for something that's more stable and that's guaranteed. And I mean, at this point, I done did all these major life changes. I might as well change the type of work environment I'm working in as well. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of the 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or whatever. The shift just 7 o'clock. I'm not a morning person, so it's a constant drag for me. But anyway, what's new with me? So I moved in November. I moved. Then a week later, I got my eye surgery. And then a week after that, about no, let's see, maybe 2 weeks after that, I went on the cruise. So I moved. That was, of course, nothing in my life goes smoothly now. And I tell people that when they think about sobriety and they'll go into rooms and they hear these people telling all these wonderful stories. And I'm not saying that I haven't experienced those things, but life shows up for me. You know, I'm learning how to deal with it. But yeah, life shows up for me. Life ain't just sitting up like, oh, well, welcome. Hey, please. So, first things first, when I moved, the guy that was supposed to move me flaked. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he went to the wrong address, went to the move in address first instead of the move away from address. And it just was a mess. He ended up not calling me, not flaking. And then it was a whole debacle because I had got his information from my friend whose cousin used him. And I've never had this issue. And I was like, look, it is what it is. I didn't get moved. He didn't get his money, and I'm just happy I didn't. I don't. This is why I'm sorry. I don't rock with all them paying deposits and stuff because when these people flake on you, they flake on you, and it's funny because right after that, I contacted him for something else, and he made himself available. Go figure, right? So I hope y'all can hear me because I am driving. That's what I was about to say. So yeah, that happened. That I did not want to rely on the co-parent person, but and I actually wasn't going to, but he just asserted himself like, yeah, okay, I'll move you, and then it went from okay, I'll move you, then it was like all this extra stuff, and that was like I tell people all the time, they can only see the outside, they don't see the inner frustrations. They see, oh, he paid all the bills, that's a good man. Oh, well, he supported you when you got sober. He supported me regardless because he was my husband. My choice to get sober had nothing to do with me calling out for support. I honestly was mad because everybody was like, "You don't need to work," blah blah blah, and I was like, "Y'all crazy." But I took everyone's advice because at that point, who am I to say anything? I can't control my drinking. But it was never a thing of, he chose to support me. It's a big Schwebel Becky, but sound like they need to get that fixed. But yeah, it was never a thing of me asking him for that. And so like now when I talk, people always say these things. I'm like, I don't get it because what I asked for, I never got. Ain't that crazy? But that sounds crazy because a lot of women, especially you know those that come before us in our generation, millennials, we still got that mindset. Any piece of man is better than no man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, too. I've decided there is no man. It is nothing he could have did to make me happy. It's nothing no man could really do to make me happy. So that was that. He half moved me. He literally just dropped some stuff off, and I'm like, because I try not to go to his house. So I'm like, yo, did you throw X, Y, and Z away? Because I know I put it in the room to be packed. And he's oh no, I didn't pack. I mean, I didn't bring that at that time because I was just focused on doing all the big stuff, right? Because the only thing he had to bring was like boxes of clothes and shoes and books because remember we stayed together. So all the furniture I left. Well, some of that shit I didn't want anyway. But I left that. I started from scratch. Right. So that's that. I mean, it's annoying, but I really, really feel a sense of peace, contrary to what other people were saying and suggesting. I mean, and I guess when you're talking to single people who desire a certain thing, their outlook is going to be a bit different. Um, but yeah, so and it's a struggle. Like I said, life definitely showed up. It was like, oh, you want to live by yourself? Okay, we're gonna do this, and you want to do that, so I'm gonna do this. And it's so funny because some days I feel defeated, and then some days I'm like, you're able to read books again. You're comfortable. You're not pulling in a driveway and just feeling disgusted at what you see. You're not coming in the house and having to deal with a wild dog. And some people, oh, I like dogs. No, this dog it's just crazy. Like she's super hyper, super, super hyper. She doesn't really listen. You can't control her. Like she's like her owner, right? And so those are things that really bother me that I don't have to deal with anymore. Um, so yeah, I had to sit some coffee. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And the move situation is okay. So I was just like getting everything situated, and it is very rough. I can tell you, not working for a year, almost a year, and then like really sitting back and letting somebody pull all the strings for a year was not as easy as people made it out to be. It's not me, right? I just mm-mm. I had to think about that. So anyway, so school I done put on the wayside, and it's because first of all, my little one, she has a lot of good things going on. And so again, because I'm pretty much single, I have to make sure I'm available. And uh, let me not say that school won't become a thing, but I need to focus on keeping her together. She's doing all these programs and different things to keep her active. Plus, this new job that I'm taking on, it's a Monday through Friday. So right now, that's not um, something I want to put on my plate. And I mean, honestly, the hospital I work at, they're a hospital that promotes education, and they tuition reimbursement. Whew, it's phenomenal. So Right now, I'm just not doing it. Hey, to the two people that came in, I can't see anything because I'm driving, but thank you for stopping by, even if you just come and like the video and get back out. I really appreciate you. My name is It's Lax because it is Lax. Like, I'm just super chill these days. Um, I am, I don't know how many days I'm sober. I left my look, it was like 908, but it's over 2 years. And I haven't had a cigarette still since August 9th of 2022. I am still alcohol and nicotine free. Now, the spending, yeah, that's one thing that I'm definitely working through alongside with working through like my childhood traumas and different things like that because I'm doing therapy weekly again. And I'm going to a meeting like once a week. And I'm not going to be sitting up in meetings every day, no. And I communicate with my sponsor more. So I am kind of being more proactive. I just feel like I'm able to now and not, I don't know. I just don't have that weight, you know. And maybe I shouldn't have had the weight, but I did. It is what it is. So I am doing that. Hey, Shay. Good morning, dear. Yes, I am doing that. And I am also working through some issues within myself as far as my sexuality goes. Like, I'm definitely confirmed. And I had talked to my dad about it. I had a long talk with my dad about something. And I said some things. And he's like, I'm just happy that you recognize this now. Right? And I'm like, I didn't expect that because I remember when I was a teenager and I was like, yo, all right, girls. Everybody was like, what is wrong with you? And it's just a phase. Blah, blah, blah. And God this. And I remember telling them, like, look, that's y'all God. That ain't my God. Right? So, and I mean, that just paved the way for it to be like a terrible journey for me and constantly having to try to fit in and people please. And now I'm just like, Dad, this is what it is and I don't care. And he was like, wait a minute. That should have been you from the beginning. And I was like, really? And so we had the conversation. And he told me the reasons that he felt that way. And it was kind of like, you know what? I'm glad that he is sober now to the point where he can understand those things. And he was very honest and very sincere about what he was saying. And let me tell you, all my relationships, besides the one with my husband, because I was not in relationships with my daughter's father. I mean, that's just kind of shit I fathers do, right? But they were all with women, right? And so that's where I'm at. But I'm not like actively looking to date right now. I have an associate, and I can tell she be on it because like she get me on the phone. Y'all know I already talk on the phone. She holds me hostage for a couple of hours, and I let her have that because she's dealing with some things. And what I got to tell her is more than hugging, kissing, sex, and taking her on dates. I'm helping build her up emotionally because you know she got issues like we all do. But I am celibate. I don't know if I want to say celibate because most of the time when people go celibate, they go with a goal or a purpose. Let me just say I'm abstaining from dating and sex right now, and I'm going to do it for some time. Like that's don't need it because that's the only way I'm gonna truly grow in my spiritual journey from what I've observed and what I feel and just what I know. So yeah, child, that's that. I'm happy with the decision. I'm happy with the fact that my dad was like, look, he told me, stop making yourself miserable. That's what he told me. So you keep doing things that you're not happy or comfortable with. So he said, stop. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I do hot now my ears, put in my mouth more often. Not even put it in my mouth because I don't usually have a lot to say, but just listen more to what they're telling me. So that's that. So yeah, I'm done. And it's funny because I remember saying if this marriage didn't work out, that I was done with men anyway. Like I'm like, you know what? I keep trying to put something together that won't stay together. Whatever reasons it is, it just does not work. And The way I turned it is I told my father, I have a problem. What I said to him was, I hate men. And he said, no, you don't hate men. You just don't have an emotional attachment to them. You don't attach to them emotionally. And so I was like, you know what? Let me choose a better choice of words. So the thing out with that I am not attracted to men in that sense. And the piece of the attraction that I do have, it's not worth it because it's only built on selfishness. So I'm not wasting my time with that anymore. But I do have an associate. Like, I feel so much better. It's crazy, but I'm still just going through it. Like, when I tell you, going through it, but I'm going through it in a way that, I can accept it and respect it because this is what happens when you start over. No one starts over and it's perfect. And if they tell you that they started over and it was perfect, you might want to side eye them a little bit because that's really not how that works. And the next thing is like, I do still want to get out here and talk about things that's related to recovery and those who are newly sober or clean or whatever. And I'm in a space now where I'm more comfortable, so I just have to get motivated to start doing my lives again, or even doing short videos and just posting them. I do share a lot on my community wall, like different videos and things I see that may help someone because I know how it is out here trying to get sober. I always pull on this. Well, I know they're about tired of me doing this. So, yeah, I am still going to do that. And of course, when I get done here, I am going to make sure I tag all the wonderful stuff for mental health and recovery in my description. I went to lunch actually. I swear I didn't want to go today. I swear I was just like, I am so tired of waking up at 6:15, 6:30. I know you're like, well, that's my normal time. That's your normal time. I don't like the person, yeah. But that ain't my normal time. And it's quite annoying. To go to work. I'm so tired. And honestly, before I go, the problem is not even that I'm tired. I'm long time carrying it for me no more. It ain't. Sorry about all the background noise. I got a coat on, I got the scrubs on, all that drama. So yeah, it's not it for me. So those are a few things that I'm going through. I don't know how this evening's gonna look. I may come back this evening and just kind of do a little chat. But like I said, there's been so much going on in the black and the B sector and the other sectors. Like I just been tuning in because like, yeah, it's a lot. I say it all the time, I'm gonna say it today. I am just a person in the audience. I couldn't do it. Like I just don't have that to do. Like I don't know if it's because of that Cleveland mentality. You get into somebody, y'all beefing for life, or if y'all beefing, put up or shut up. Like I don't know what it is, but I can't, and that's why I don't hit panels. Sometimes I want to. Like I really certain kinds of clips, I really would love to hit their panels. Some I just don't because the conversation is not worth me getting on the panel. And then other times it's just like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Anyway, I am about to go to work. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks to the few people that came through, stop by. I really appreciate you guys. I really love you guys. Remember, you only can do this sobriety and recovery thing one day at a time. Peace.